What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Just going to talk about some things that's been on my mind today. But before we do that, I'm going to give a special shout out to these guys. Sometimes you hear me talk about it all the time, but this has become my drink of choice. This is Bucked Up Energy. It helps me out throughout the day. Gives me the energy to complete my workout, and I like all that. Anyway, just some things just been on my mind, and I was talking to a couple of my fellow guys who are in the same field as I am, which is the big DJing. So we were talking earlier, and we were discussing prices and everything in that nature. And there's my little buddy Bella, as she comes out. But we were talking pricing, right? Now, you remember when McDonald's, you can pull up to a drive-thru and get value meal for like $3.99, $4.99, and everything was great. They had like a dollar menu. You can get like 2 sandwiches for like $2. Well, just like everything else, all good things must come to an end. So, those days are over. So, with that being said, the buddy hookup prices on DJing gigs and parties and stuff like that is also came to an end to a certain extent. It's not as it really came to an end. I believe there's fair pricing out there, but those prices has went up because guess what? Cost of living has went up. So we were discussing what is a fair price for DJing a party, just a simple party. We're not going to get into weddings and all the glamour and expensive stuff, but just DJing a simple, just say birthday party. You're having a birthday party, right? Okay, let's break it down. So, I said, a good starting rate now for a party, it used to be at one point it was like $400, $350 with the friends benefit discount or whatever, but now, it's like $600. And I'm gonna tell you why, right? First of all, equipment has gotten that much more expensive, and so has your time. You deserve the type of money that everybody else gets when they're working their jobs. So, they get increases, and because again, you can't go to McDonald's and buy value meals for $4.99 no more. So you need a little bit more money as well as everybody else. So we said for a party for 7 to midnight, I priced it at $600, and I think that's a fair price. 7 to midnight, so that's 5 hours of work. First of all, DJs don't really like 5-hour sets because they're marathons. Most clubs and bars you DJ at, they're generally between 3 and 4. That 4 hours can be, it can be a little strenuous, just depending on the crowd. But after 4 hours of DJing, you're pretty much beat. But a party for 5 hours, you have to find that lag time. You have to find something that, because 5 hours. You need bathroom breaks. You really need food breaks, beverage breaks if you drink. But 5 hours is a long time. Now, if you look at that, you can say $600 for 5 hours. If you break that down, theoretically, if you break that down, you're looking at $125 an hour, right? And anywhere you search and Google for DJ pricing, $125 an hour, people, is pretty good. You know what I mean? So, but to break it down, not only for the DJs, they totally understand this, but there's more that goes into it than just, the 5-hour party that you're having. So I show up at an event, you show up at the event as someone that's hosting a party. You're there at 6:45, you leave at 12:15. Well, it's not like that for DJs. And I'll tell you why. Because with DJing your party, there becomes preparation, and involving things that involve that preparation is you got to load your equipment, right? First of all, you're gathering thoughts and you're gathering music for, this particular event. But at the same token, once you prep with that, you also have to travel to and from to get your equipment. Now, a lot of people might have garages, a lot of people might not carry a lot of gear, but for the ones who do, that have storage, you got to drive out to the storage and you got to load your equipment up. It takes time, gas, effort to do all that, and then you have to drive it to the venue, hour early at best to get set up. Sometimes maybe 2 hours, just depending on what type of gear you're bringing. So at the end of the night, from 7 to 12, you're rocking that party and everybody's, you had a great time, high-fiving each other. It's time to go home. Not for the DJ, because it's going to take you 25 to 30 minutes to break down. And that's just to get it loaded up into your truck or into your trailers or whatever you take. Then you have to drive it back to its destination. So again, if you have storage, if you're taking it to a storage unit or even in your garage, it takes time to unload that equipment and put it back into its proper place, because nobody wants to leave their gear in their car all night, if you know what I mean. So 7 to 12 gig becomes like a 5 to 2 gig for a DJ. And a lot of people just don't understand that. They don't think outside the box when it comes to that. So that's just something to be mindful about, people, when you talk to a DJ and they give you a price and you're trying to figure out, okay, well, why so much for playing music? I could just rent equipment on my own and play Spotify on my phone. Well, I'll tell you, when you do that, you're probably, if you haven't done it already, you're probably biting off more than you can chew. Because again, reverting back to the McDonald pricing, guess what? Rental pricing, Guitar Center. So let's just say $600 that this DJ quoted you to do this party from 7 to midnight. Well, I think I can do it better by myself. I can rent the equipment from Guitar Center, 2 speakers and a mixer and a microphone, all for $500. So now we have a $100 balance that we're playing with here. Okay? Now, here's what I'm going to tell you about that. If you've never done this, or if you've never rented equipment and did your own party or event or whatever you're going to do, this is what's going to happen, people, and I can promise you this. You're going to go to Guitar Center, they're going to get you loaded up and this and that, and whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. Okay, well, I got my speakers here, I got my stands here, I got my mixer board, and I got my auxiliary cable at home that I can plug in my phone, or, you're not going to rent Bluetooth stuff for $500 for the most part. They're going to upcharge you on that. So just say you got the basic package for $500. So you pay $500. You didn't want to pay the DJ $600. So what's going to happen is you're going to get to the party. You're going to be figuring all this shit out, and something's going to go wrong. You're going to have a speaker cord or a plug that's missing, or something little like that is just going to annoy the shit out of you, and you're going to be sitting there just twiddling your thumbs like, damn, I should have just paid the extra $100 to pay the DJ and just let this be hands free so I can just sit back and party and enjoy it with the rest of my guests. It's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Then you're responsible for getting that equipment back on time. So now you have to take time out your schedule the next day to go drop this equipment out. Well, there's time, there's gas, and if you got kids and stuff at home, Mom, can we go to the park, and Dad, can we go do this and this? Well, I got to go take this equipment back. So that becomes an inconvenience. So for that extra $100, you might as well just be hands-free and pay the DJ, because you don't have to deal with, people coming up to you being annoying. Hey, they want this, they want you to play this at this time, can you play it next? You're going to hear all these annoying things, and you're going to be like, it was really worth it to just take the extra $100 and pay the DJ. It's simple. I promise you, it's simple. So, just food for thought, people, when you really pricing it down to pennies on the nickels, of what it costs to actually throw a party. And, if you really can't afford a DJ, you probably shouldn't party, because they're a very volatile piece of your event. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Hopefully it'll help clarify or at least put something on your mind when it comes to booking, and don't shortchange yourself at all. Don't shortchange. This job isn't really super easy as a lot of people make it out to be, because what you see in front of you is not what always happens behind the scenes. So DJs take their job very seriously, at least most of them, at least good DJs. You might find entry-level guys that, hey, think, I want to do this, but they're not quite all the way, tuned in on what really needs to happen here. You might find one of those at a great price, you know what I'm saying? But all in all, professional, seasoned DJs, take their advice. They've been doing it a long time, and I feel like, pricing for the most part is right. There's going to be people that's going to try to hit you over the head, and feel free to shop around. And when you shop around, just do your homework. Look at the reviews. Ask them where they DJ. If you don't know, just find out, hey, are you DJing any bars, or how often do you do this? And that does give you some kind of insight on what's going on with that DJ before you stick your money out there. But I can promise you, you don't want to stick your money in there and invest in yourself and trying to load up all this equipment and trying to figure out everything you need for a party, because you're going to think you have it all, and okay, I just went and spent $500 at Guitar Centers, I got all the sound I need, and then you get there and boom, oh damn, I should have got some lights. Well, how much is lights? Well, lights are pretty expensive too, and it really makes your party go and look nice. So you might want to consider, again, take a load off yourself and just let the DJ do his job. Let the professionals be the professionals here, and, make it all about you and your event so you can sit back and enjoy your company. So that's all I really had on my mind. I just wanted to give you that spiel because, I get questions all the time about, DJs and pricing. Well, who's a good DJ? What's a good DJ with all he, and pray tales. So, again, just let the DJs be the professionals, and it'll save you a lot of headache in the long run. Anyway, that's me. I'm signing out. We'll talk to you soon. I'm on my bucked up. Peace out, people.